Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. It's about 2:30 in the morning, and I often am, most of the time, I'm up sometime between 2 and 4 o'clock. Um, then I get tired and I fall back asleep. And this is the time I have chosen to participate in Jeff's suggestion that church members find a time of solitude and pray to God for an hour, with whatever that may entail for each of us individually. Today, part of that is this devotional that I'm doing. So I'm calling this devotional Humanity and Artificial Intelligence, AI. I am concerned about AI because it's the opposite of humanity, I guess. So the Bible tells us in John 11:35, Jesus wept. It's one of the most powerful passages in the Bible that's there. And, there are certain truths in the Bible that they don't take up a lot of space, they don't take up a lot of time, but they're very, very powerful. And I love this verse because it shows us that Jesus was both um, man and God. Jesus weeping was his humanity. He hated the idea of death, and Lazarus, of course, died. And his divinity caused him to raise Lazarus from the dead to demonstrate the fact that he had power over death and could give us life. And Jesus was major participant in the creation of the world with the Father and the Holy Spirit, of course. And when Adam and Eve failed to read the terms and conditions about the apple, it threw us in rebellion against God's plan. It affected our relationship and communion with God, and it created something that wasn't supposed to exist, and that's death. And all of that came upon Jesus when he was at the tomb of Lazarus. He was reflecting on the fact that everything went south. Of course, being God and being omniscient, he knew all this was going to happen, and he knew what he was going to do about it. And what he did was he showed up here to fix it. So let's talk about this a bit. What don't I like about AI? AI is the opposite of humanity. We look at it and think, wow, we could have Tony Bennett with us forever. And he could be perfect. He could just sing. We could have him sing new songs, old songs. People have even thought that, AI could extend our time with our loved ones after death because, in a way, they could reanimate someone that we love and they could hold intelligent conversations with us. Isn't that cool? I don't think it's cool. So, again, the thing that AI lacks is humanity. There's no soul. AI can't pray. AI has no soul. Humanity was important to Jesus. He proved that when he came here to show us this. So on a global scale, when the world fell into sin, things got out of balance. Okay, we have poverty everywhere. 1.5 billion people in this world are in abject total poverty. There's not enough food for everybody. There's not enough resources for everybody. We have some people who uh, take advantage of this for their own personal gain, and they keep people down because they can, and they don't really care about people. They care about profit. And again, this is my problem with AI. AI, after all, is about money. It's about marketing. We'd love to see people go on and on and on, wouldn't we? I wouldn't. The thing that makes me unique is me, and I am mortal, and I'm not going to be here for a long period of time. None of us are. So I want to appreciate all of you while we're all here, because time is short. And for me, that's what makes life so precious. To have a person go on and on and on in an artificial state just to please our senses, our sense of somehow thinking this person is alive when they're not, that they could have a programmed artificial intelligence to talk to us about things. That isn't them. It's nothing like them. It cannot capture their humanity. But it can rob us of ours. And that is my fear of AI. AI is just another tool to take us further and further away from Jesus and exalt our own humanity here. The further we get from God, the further we get from the truth and the light. And that just absolutely terrifies me. I don't know how you feel about that. AI is going to take over. It's popular. It's going to become very, very popular. And we have our entertainment now with cable TV and streaming and all of that stuff. And I suppose it's good if it's used in a controlled manner with some discipline, and it doesn't take over our lives. But then again, we're living in a world where I have read where people have died gaming because they won't get up, they won't go eat, they won't sleep, and they just sit there and they play games till they die. It's a real thing. Think about it. That is not humanity. That is not living a life. That is certainly not living a life according to God's plan, according to God's will. And that's what AI attacks. So as it approaches us and we have this onslaught of this new toy, keep in mind that our very humanity could be at stake here. And it's just going to add to the problems and tribulations that Revelation tells us is coming. It's already difficult to tell if something is real or not because of special effects and things are so real today. It can be phenomenally difficult sometimes to tell truth from reality. And God is the ultimate truth. And denying Him, denying what is true, is probably one of the worst steps we could take in this world. So I'd like you to give that some thought with this new technology that is invading our humanness, our godliness, our very divinity. I hope you have a great day, church. God bless.